everyone, welcome back to our channel startuplanes.com. I'm Namrata and I'm taking interviews of the CEOs and founders of several innovative startups in India. In today's interview, I'll be talking to Mr. Kanishk Chaudhary, the founder of Investify.in. Mr. Kanishk opines that we might be born with unequal resources and capabilities, but time is what we have equally and we should all enjoy it equally. Investify.in, the brainchild of Kanishk, aims to help those individuals who are struggling to manage their personal finances as well as investments. Want to know more about his business? Let's get into the video.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining. I'm Namrata and I'll be taking your interview today. So, if you could kindly introduce yourself to the audience.
Yep. Hello everyone, and hello Namrata. This is Kanishk, and I am the founder of Investify.in. And we have founded this company around 2.5 years back, and we are into wealth management. We help people achieving better returns on their investments and help with their personal finances, insurance.
Okay. So, how did you come up with this idea of the startup?
So, Namrata, that I always had in mind that in future I'm not going to work like a 9-to-5 job, and having my own business is always my target. So while working in a wealth management industry from last 4 to 5 years, I saw that nobody is actually working for customers. Nobody is actually working for customers. There is a whole gap in the industry that everybody is running behind their earnings, commissions that they get from the products, be it LICs, be it ULIP policies that give a number of a percentage of commissions. So that is where I took the step after 4 to 5 years of working in wealth management. I worked around 1 year along with the company as well, but right now we are working on the client's end and with Investify, helping customers achieve the returns with the ethical ways.
Okay, so you're talking about the market. So, how could you identify a particular market gap?
See, while I worked 4 to 5 years in the wealth management industry, I experienced that on my own. I had, on a daily basis, I keep meeting HNI clients, institutions, companies, and I was being in Gurgaon, the cyberspace that you may also have heard of. So there are a lot of companies who are associated with us. Not to take the name of the company in which I'm working in, but there I saw a huge gap. This thing works with personal relationships, and the company marketed through that company in the cyberspace through the relations only. So the HR is one of the person who they share the commissions with, and just basis on that commission, the HR helped company to get more and more clients. That is just because of commission and not any benefit of the customers. The customers are getting ripped off there. I was a part of the marketing team, but yeah, I got the idea.
Okay, so could you tell me some of the difficult parts in the beginning of the startup?
Yes, this is the most hardest startup that I would say. And the difficult part is to survive the business on the earnings that are very low. So into the mutual fund and investment industries, if we talk about commission or the fee-based model. The fee-based model is not yet prevalent in India. The fee-based, I mean, nobody is willing to pay fees. So nobody is willing to actually pay fees. Commissions are actually something which the customers didn't know about, and the marketing agents rip the customers off with that earning. So when we started, we aim for the customer's benefit, and when the customers benefited there, you all already must have a insight about that. Our earnings will be very low. So when our earnings is very low, as I hinted, we'll only be working for people. This could be a non-profit attitude, and highly knowledgeable skills are also needed. and that is very hard to find at both same time. That is the hardest part. I managed around 1 year with one of my two partners. One of the partners is not with us now. Uh, we parted, and right now there are two partners. So yeah, that is the hardest part to manage. Right now we are not much profitable, but yes, the idea is good. And any angel investors or funding partners are not coming with us because of the earning possibility, because they need high earning growths, and we do not market like that.
Right, right. So, could you explain your business model a bit?
Yeah, so the business model is kind of simple. Uh, Financial advisory is kind of a taboo in India. Nobody is comfortable in sharing their personal information. So at last, anybody can help if they know what the numbers are. So we can help the customers if I know what the numbers are in which the investor is investing in or doing the things. And so instead of getting the details in personal relationship, because whenever I reach out any customer and or I meet a customer, there is a very hard part of getting his personal information. The technology is helping us to help to fill that gap. If someone is registering on our app and we ask what is the salary you are earning, what is the expenses, what is the income that you are saving, and we show them a picture according to a financial plan that according to this kind of saving you'll be achieving the kind of goal. Then slowly, the investor automatically himself gives us our information. When we have the information, we help him. That's a very simple model, and technology is helping us to do that. We are regularly working on our application app.
Right. So, you're talking about funding and all, and how important it is to have it. So, while starting out, did your friends and family invest in the startup?
Yeah, absolutely, but not as funders, as customers.
Right.
If someone
So, they
joins us as a
supported your
customer only,
thought.
not right, not exactly. I will not say that. I forced them to support my thought. That's why I'm the founder here.
Right. So, right now we are going through a pandemic period, and several businesses are going through ups and downs. So, what, according to you, are the factors that will impact your business in the coming years?
See, this is an industry that is named as banking and financial services, and in India is going to be the big thing, and technology will be the number one factor that is going to affect it. Like the Paytm is cashing it out through technology. Another factors could be the brand name, the ethicality, and the image over the customer's mind. So ethicality is the number second factor, but technology is always the first factor here.
Right. So, are you planning to hire any fresh candidate to help you out in your business?
Uh, Fresh candidates. Yes, we are always looking to hire our fine in a startup. Hiring someone is easy, but finding a good match is very hard. That is also, as I can say, that is also a very negative point that I faced at the starting. Nobody is having the same mindset. So we can hire someone, we can give them the salary and make them work, but the mindset is very necessary to work something big that we are planning on. So that may not work out with the wrong mindsets. That is a very hard thing, and we are always looking to hunt up a good talent. We need people who match the goals and the levels of integrity that we have.
Right. So, along with the same kind of mindset, what are the other qualities you are looking for in the right candidate?
See, I have hired a lot of people. Uh, Education is definitely one thing, but we don't prefer what we say that qualifications like graduation, etc. We prefer skill. And the judgment of the skill set is only be taken into the personal interview. And I know right away that the skills are there or not. So degrees doesn't matter much. Education does matter, and education again comes from the mindset. If someone is keen to know something and have the skills, then it's his mindset, not the education.
Okay. So I'll also like to know something from you that being the leader of your company, what according to you are the good traits of being a good leader?
Mm, I would be friend with all. As a leader, you
Well,
have to be good at people skill. So taking right decisions at right time is one of the main factors that as a founder we have to follow. But being friendly with everyone and having a calm personality is very, very necessary. Number one personality trait is calmness that is required, and as the quote says, when the water is calm, things inside becomes clear. So that's very necessary.
right. Also, I'd like to know that you are the CEO of the company. So, what according to you are the good parts and bad parts of being the CEO at the end of the day?
Being a CEO is actually a whole lot of responsibility. There is no good and bad parts as of, but in a funny way, not having any boss to answer to is a good part. And the relationship and the responsibilities of customers fall on your shoulders. So having been working for long hours without any rest or sleep, last week, apart from last 2 days, I'm sleeping 3 to 4 hours only. You can see from my eyes. No, that is the worst part.
Okay. So, could you remember any time, like a tough time, where you had to make decisions such as like budget cuts and market withdrawals and organizational restructuring?
Restructuring hadn't happened yet. Uh, we have taken all the decisions with consideration. Uh, Certainly, I told you that initially the free advisory and that too ethical with the skillful investment advisors is very hard just to go through. And right now we are not completely out of it. We are still in it, but yeah, we are some way through, and that is a hard decision to make as of the because of big competitors having a lot of funding their business. There are a lot of competitors like brokerage houses. You also may have heard the name of Grow. They are targeting markets, very rare markets. I have seen an ad. They are targeting teenagers for their pocket monies. Invest your pocket money with us. How can that be sustainable? I mean, let them live their life now.
Right. So, are you looking for any vendors to simplify any part of the business right now?
Most of the processes are in place. The improvement actually is a part of business. So yes, technologically we are always looking for something that can help our customers ease out the process. Applications on Play Store and Android and Apple are all already there. The web app is already there. The checkout processes we have simplified a lot. There are a lot of things that I cannot think of personally right now, but yeah, we are always open to technological improvements and vendors. Yes, technologically.
All right.
Yeah.
Lastly, I would want to know if you have planned any short-term goals or long-term goals for your company.
See, the long-term goal is nothing but always be in the people's best interest. Nothing more, nothing less. The short-term goals is based on the assets under management that is currently about 30 to 40, 35 crores, I believe. That a short-term target is for 6 months to be on 100 crores.
All right. And any short-term plans?
That is the 6 months is our short term. No day-to-day
Okay.
targets.
All right. But before ending this interview today, I'd like to know your views about startup planes.
I didn't have much time to review the startup lanes, but as I have got the email, we have scheduled the interview, and there are certain things I believe you're going to post up the articles as well. The article on the
Yes.
website.
Yes. We basically
What
actually give startups a platform to voice their business model, and like we are conducting this interview, so that other people and other like investors and other business owners can see, and like it's a networking opportunity at large.
Oh, apart from the networking, I find it out as a marketing opportunity for me.
True,
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, it was really nice talking to you. Thank you for joining today.
thank you, Namra.
Thank you.